What's up? Welcome back to the shop. It's fresh from Ocala at the Gator Nationals with Black Betty. Just wanted to say first off, what a great job the whole RCDRL staff did. Mike, the Blanco family, Jojo, Chewy, the Polks that helped them out. It was an awesome event. Congratulations to AJ Marasco, straight domination. And let's get into it. So when we first got there, as usual, we haven't been up there in a while, so just started off real slow. Started creeping down. She's front halfing pretty good. The car's leaving pretty strong. And it's starting to get me a little worried. 320s. And the reason why I'm getting worried is because I know that these axles aren't made for what we're doing at these ETs, and now that all the traction that we have. So just turning her down, doing what she says, what she wants. So as you see, we got her in the high 80s. This is all on Friday. She has many, many more tickets. And what she decided to do was, as we got later in the afternoon and I lost the track myself, the car started breaking axles every pass. And it's just because it got so tight, or it was us putting it in the wrong spot. You know what I mean? It could be a myriad of things, but people have to figure it out, like the ones who won did. So let me show you on the data the reason why we pulled her out. She pulled herself out. If you look when it leaves, it's leaving pretty good. The amps are drawn. As soon as that makes that curve from here to here, it's spinning, see? And all of a sudden it just broke free. When you see your amp line current dropping like this, the tire's spinning. You can see how it just coincides with every part. So maybe this will help someone read their graphs on why the blue line is, you want it to be a square for the whole run. So at this point, right about here, the axle broke. She must have broke 6 axles. People would just hand them up and give them to her, and she'd be like, sorry. Or she'd pick them up herself if you were watching the live feed. So, and then by here, it's snapped off. It's turning left or right, depending on which axle broke. And she was done. So, a trooper. She just had a great time, hung out, supported everybody, and watched the awesome racing that unfolded. So I just want to say I love you, honey. Thank you so much for your support. I had an awesome weekend. Saw a ton of people I haven't seen in a while. Met some new people. And we'll be right back with Hyde. As you can see, she was rocking the Cyrils. Shout out to Gary Rowe at the RCDRL. These killer shots. As usual, I've been getting pictures from him like I've been telling you guys for forever and ever. In fact, here's one of my favorite pictures of his. Right there. That is at the Snowbird Outlaw Nationals, Bradenton Motorsports Park. All right, let's get to it. So we're here with Hyde, and as you know, when we get there, I had the reds on with those brand new DRC rims, and they were working great. So we get up there, I lay it down. Again, haven't been there in a while, so just chipping away, guys. Very slow. This is Friday. Remember, Friday's testing, Saturday's qualifying, Sunday's the race. So I get it down to a 169 and then I lose the track. It gets so tight. It's the same for everybody. A lot of people struggled as a result in the first round of qualifying, as you'll see. That was after the first round. And here is the overall qualifying. qualified 7th and 16th. So I did really well. I'm really happy. So what I ended up doing is, here's my first round of qualifying in A bracket. Pretty decent pass. I just left a little softer. Not that the numbers, 273 is decent, not great, 105. But I found the car and I'm excited. Everything is working great. I was probably asked about 5 people's different types of tune-ups, and it just wasn't working for me. So what I did is I went back to what I know, because it's my car. It was explained to me, one of the guys that was helping me, he put the same tune-up in his teammate's car and it didn't run just as good. So obviously, even though the cars are the same, they're a little different. So then I didn't touch the car, because as I'm seeing in the qualifying, as of right now, everyone's still getting their cars figured out. So on this one, Q1 on B, I just stepped it up a little bit to get some mile an hour out the back versus QA. And it picked up a little bit, almost 86. So then I didn't do any more testing, because I just watched to see if I'd get bumped down. That's the best thing about qualifying, is you know who you're going to run and everything. So in round 1 in A, I drew Daryl. He broke free. It was going to probably be on like another 65 pass, because then I just rolled out of the throttle. And I was dumb, because again, I didn't remember it was qualifying, so I would have definitely lost lane choice. So then I go up for bracket B, I believe. Let me think for a second. I do believe we did that only one round that night. So then I did one round B. We did one round in each class. There you go. And I got Archie in the second round. He was qualified 15th, I was qualified 16th. He let out, I'm sure. He was probably going to be, definitely in the low 60s. And what happened to me is I cut my tire. Never cut a tire before. Car left really good, decent. But once it cut the tire, it just turned hard right, and it was over. So now I'm out in B bracket, but I'm still in A. So now we're going to Saturday morning, and I don't know what to do, because I don't want to run the rims without these metal inserts. I'm afraid to spin them, because on Saturday morning when they give us 2 hours of testing, I had put some on and they started to round when I went to take them off to check them. You got to pry them off. So I ended up getting away from the golds. Talked to a few people. My friend Jerry Steele was helping me out. Had a lot of questions. Also, just Rob from Elite Racing. Thanks a lot, dude, for showing me and updating my controller, my Futaba. Can't wait to experiment with that. So I put a brand new set of silvers on for Saturday morning round 2. As you can see, I drew Joey Pope. He crushed me on the tree. We pretty much had the same 6 foot, but I looked to see if my graph was in there. I guess I erased it. It just started spinning. That's why my mid-track went away from 1.0 to 126. Still able to recover to 85 mile an hour, 183, but nothing for a 61. I tuned it up a little bit, and that's probably my fault, because the tires were new and they just couldn't hold it to the mid, but it was going straight. I think it made a little move and I was able to drive it. I drove it down through there, and boom, my weekend was over. So we just went and hung out and watched the rest of the race. Watched AJ just go through the field. I mean, it was awesome, man. The kid's a machine. And just want to thank everybody that comes by to check us out, see what we're doing, comes and says hello, all the well wishes. One last thing, I want to thank Mike. He made a banner for every racer that won, and for the sponsors. I think that's pretty cool. So slowly, surely getting rid of the old stuff and racing from the car replacing it with the RC stuff. You all have a great week, and we'll catch you on the flip side.